Hey guys, I'm back again with a brand new video for you all, and it's been over a week I have not brought an Ultra League video for you guys. So here's a team that I brought to you, ABB Fighter team, Pidgeot in the lead and Poliwrath and Annihilate at the back. Now you guys might have checked my legend team, Pidgeot, Registeel and Annihilate. I replaced Registeel with my Poliwrath, and Poliwrath being my favorite Pokemon, he's gonna get nerfed next season. Counter is gonna get nerfed. Even Mudshot, its other option, fast move, is gonna get nerfed as well. So I'm gonna use my favorite Pokemon as much as I can during this last week of this season before the next season starts. And this team, yep, ABB Fighter just bait out the counter. Just bait out the fighting counter. Safe swap is gonna be a lot of the times Poliwrath. And yep, this is a pretty good team. Now, without any further ado, let's start the battles in the Ultra League. Now, in the first battle, it's gonna be Greedent lead, and a lot of people are leading Greedent. Alright, I'm just gonna safe swap my Poliwrath, and I baited out a Giratina, which is kind of good for my Annihilate, because Shadow Claws from Giratina is going to be super effective against Annihilate. Annihilate's counter is going to get resisted by Giratina, and it's going to take quite a time to load up to Shadow Ball. And we are just, and they actually shielded it. Alright, so a lot of the times Poliwrath will be able to flip the switch against Giratina, so they decided to shield the first one. That's fine by us. The switch is not what we're looking for here, so they are just throwing the Dragon Claws here, and I'm just throwing the Icy Winds here. It doesn't matter if they win the turn here, they win the switch here. I'll just come in with my Pidgeot and farm a lot of energy by farming them down. That is, if they let us farm them down. They might also swap. Now I will not reach to another Icy Wind there, and there you go, they came in with their Gradient. I come in with my Annihilate here. So this is going to be the crunch. Alright, crunch, and defense fell. That's kind of unfortunate for us. So I just threw the Night Slash just to chip this Gradient away, so that I can counter this thing down. Now, since our defense is dropped, I'm going to shield this crunch and just try to counter them down, and unfortunately they'll get to another one. But I throw the Night Slasher, which is going to be enough to knock this Gradient out from that range, obviously. And they coming back with their Giratina, and I'm gonna shield here. Our defense is dropped. One Shadow Sneak is gonna do a lot of damage against us. And I come in with my Pidgeot, and they had Poliwrath at the back, and I just full send the Brave Bird. Will they shield this one? It is going to be the boom, and they don't shield. And it's a GG. We take the victory in the first battle there. Moving on to another one. It's gonna be very bad lead, and I come in with my Poliwrath as a safe swap, and not good swap as well. There we go. Tapu Fini, Fairy, Steel against our Flyer, Fairy against our Fighter. Well, we baited out this Tapu Fini at least, which is kind of good for our Annihilate. But you know what, guys, a lot of people running alone Sandslash in the lead are running double water, and the other water is most probably gonna be the Feraligatr. We just got that Shadow Claw as the fast move, which is not gonna be good against my Ghost type at the back, which is Annihilate, and this is not looking good for us. So I just come in with my Pidgeot against this debuffed Tapu Fini, and I can tank a lot of those moves, the fast moves and the charge moves, whatever it is going to be. And I'm just trying to farm them fully down here, but what I like to do is just put them in a counter down range and come in with my Annihilate to gain some energy, to get ahead on energy. And there you go, I got two counters there, and they had the Feraligatr. My guess was right there, and they still got two shields, so this is looking really rough for us. Shadow Claws are adding up, and I'm shielding the Hydro Cannon here. I just went for the bait here, the Night Slash bait, and they decided to shield it. I successfully baited there. Now I go for the Shadow Ball there. I should have went for another Night Slash, I guess. Now I'm gonna shield another Hydro Cannon. We're both shields down now, so this is going to be the Hydro Cannon here. Shadow Ball, sorry. And yeah, I snipe with my Pidgeot to take this Feraligatr out. I wanted to get rid of this guy, but the problem is we take this one out, and their own Sandslash is gonna farm a lot of energy from our Pidgeot, and we'll get to the move there. If I had Night Slash stored in my Annihilate somehow, I might have won this game, but one Night Slash from that range would not have been enough, and one Drill Run. And okay, it all came down to one fast move there, you see. There you go, it all came down to one fast move. Another game, finally get a very good lead, and it's going to be Drapion safe swap. Now, whole world knows what is going to be their third Pokemon. It's going to be another Poison Dark type, at least that is what I was guessing. So I bring in my Annihilate against this guy, and I want to make sure my Pidgeot is against that Annihilate, because the other Pokemon that I have is Poliwrath, and I just go for the Shadow Ball here against this Drapion, shielding their one move. I have to invest one shield. Now let's see what they decide to do here. And they come in with their Annihilate, so they just straight went for the Night Slash, which is kind of surprising. Night Slash doesn't knock us out here. And I went for the Shadow Ball. So this is gonna one-shot if they don't shield, and that is why they shield. So they come in with their Skuntank. Yep, we guessed it right. They had another Poison Dark. We were kind of slow to swap there. We died with the Night Slash. Not a good play by me there. Kind of misplay. I come in with my Poliwrath here, and this game is pretty much a GG from here, because there's nothing my opponent can do from here, because I can grab their shield and I can just come with my Pidgeot and double Brave Bird. One to take this contact out and one to take their Annihilate out. And plus I bank an Icy Wind. And yep, I can just shield this one, because this is going to be the neutral move. The other moves are going to be Night Slash and Shadow Ball from Annihilate. Night Slash is not going to do much, and Shadow Ball is like resisted, so Brave Bird was one-shotting that Annihilate, and Skuntank is out of fast moves. GG's. Moving on to another one, it's going to be Cresselia lead. Now, what I like to do is just go for the Feather Dance in like 8. If they have Future Sight, if they have Moonblast, they will straight go for the 7 there. And yep, we debuff them. Now we can tank these Future Sight very, very comfortably, and just build a lot more energy. Let them throw first, then throw the Brave Bird. That's what we should do here. I need to make sure they throw first here, and then throw the Brave Bird at 100 energy, and this is gonna do a lot of damage, even though it's not enough. And before we reach to the Brave Bird, they reached to the Grass Knot. They were running Grass Knot, so that was kind of unfortunate for us. And I come in with my Poliwrath. Now I can tank one Grass Knot, that is debuffed Grass Knot. It is going to be coming from this Cresselia, so I just can throw the Icy Wind after I farm a little more energy here. And let's throw the Icy Wind. This is going to be enough against this Cresselia from this range. Let's see what they've got at the back, and it's going to be the Clefable with Charm, and it's looking no way that we can win this game. And if they had shielded that Icy Wind, maybe. But yeah, I surrendered there. Moving on to another battle. It's gonna be Poliwrath, and let's just go. What I like to do is I just like to go for the Brave Bird. 90% of the time they don't shield. That's why I straight go for the Brave Bird. And yep, they shielded it this time, so it's gonna be Icy Wind, which is gonna do a lot of damage because our defense dropped after that Brave Bird. And I come in with my Poliwrath, and they come in with their Tentacruel. Alright, Tentacruel get Icy Winded. Now what Tentacruels do here is just go for the Acid Spray. That's what they are gonna do here. And yep, we're gonna eat a lot of those Acid Sprays. Now what I'm thinking is I'm gonna farm this Tentacruel after I lose my Poliwrath, because Poliwrath is gonna lose here, even though they are heavily debuffed, and their debuff moves are not gonna do a lot of damage against my Pidgeot. They actually threw the Scald there, which is kind of cool for me. Okay, I banked Scald and then come in with my Pidgeot. I want to take the move here. I'm not shielding here. They are debuffed. Now I'm trying to farm them all the way down, and I counted their moves. Alright, so I tried to throw the Feather Dance there, but luckily the press wasn't registered there. It was the Acid Spray. We got a lot of energy. That's what they said. They come in with their Poliwrath, and I straight throw the full send the Brave Bird, and this one shots they don't shield it, and it's gonna be the Feraligatr at the back. Now I should have thrown the Feather Dance. It was sure that they would shield this one. I should have thrown the Feather Dance. It's gonna be a little tough because I tried to snipe with my Poliwrath to Icy Wind them to debuff them. I could not, and luckily I can survive one Hydro Cannon here, and they are definitely in a Shadow Ball range there. So that's a good thing, and we win this game. Yep, Hydro Cannon is not gonna kill us. The Shadow Ball is gonna be enough for this Feraligatr from that range, and we take the victory here. Kinda tight there, GG. Moving on to another battle, Dragonite. Whenever it's Dragonite, I just throw the Brave Bird. If they shield it, I come in with my Annihilate and throw the Night Slash right away after I reach there. And if they don't shield it, I come in with my Poliwrath. That's what I do against Shadow Dragonite leads. Just go for the Brave Bird, they shield, I come in with my Annihilate, and they kind of stay. They stay. So just throw the Night Slash here. Now, I'm gonna give all my shields to Poliwrath. Now, I've seen a lot of player with Shadow Dragonite. They have Registeel and Feraligatr at the back, or Tapu Fini at the back. So I'm gonna give all my shields to Poliwrath, but this guy was a little different. Hippowdon, I threw the Shadow Ball. They caught the Shadow Ball into their gradient. Very good play by my opponent there. Now here, what I did is, I just came in with my Pidgeot here. I should have come here with my Poliwrath, but what I was thinking is just give 2 shields to Poliwrath and win this in a safer way. It doesn't matter if they take out my Pidgeot with Body Slam. I come in with my Poliwrath. I don't need to shield anything. Their fast moves aren't doing anything there, and the Hippowdon's fast move aren't doing anything against Poliwrath. I could have just not shielded anything from here and farmed them all the way down, but what I do here is I shield the next Body Slam, and I shield the next Body Slam and then counter them down. But they come in with their Hippowdon to snipe. I actually miscounted it. This was the Weather Ball, but I shielded because it was undebuffed. So now I debuff them. I've got 2 back-to-back Icy Winds here, and they don't shield the first one. And this is going to be heavily debuffed now. This is going to be second Icy Wind. Now after this, even Scorching Sand is not going to knock us out. So we can just counter them down and take the victory from here. And there you go. And just Icy Wind them. Yeah, Icy Wind them, and just 2 counters will be enough against that gradient, and we take the victory in this battle. Now moving on to another battle, it's gonna be Goodra. So whenever it's kind of neutral, I come in with my Poliwrath as the safe swap, and they bring in their Jellicent. Not looking good for us. And I debuff them, and they're just going for the Shadow Balls here. That's what they will do. And we can actually throw up to 3 Icy Winds from this point. That's kind of crazy. That's how cool Poliwrath is. I'm gonna miss my Poliwrath next season, man. No way I'm gonna use it with counter and Mud Shot. This is another Icy Wind. There we go. Another Icy Wind. So Poliwrath also learns Bubble, right? So might actually try Bubble, but it's not gonna be good. And we reach another Icy Wind. Did you guys see that? Whoa, damn, man. This guy is so heavily debuffed. I come in with my Pidgeot, and now they come in with their Goodra. And I just take the move, and their Jellicent is quite low, but got a lot of energy, right? So I just throw the Brave Bird, and I was calculating, now I can come in with, if they don't cheat, now I can come in with my Annihilate and build up to the Night Slash, farming them down, but I was 1 short. I was like, no, it was not Night Slash, and they come in with their Skeledirge actually. Alright, so I just throw the Shadow Ball here. Now this is not looking winnable, but what they do is they don't shield this, they try to call the Night Slash, and still this is not looking winnable because counters are resisted and they'll shield this Night Slash. Now from here, I should have shielded my Annihilate, and this way I would have won this game. Now what I do here is I come in with a Pidgeot and they throw the energy. They've got over double Surf. They've got so much energy. So I don't shield the first one, and they've got a disarming voice stored in their Skeletorch. So even if I shield both the moves here from this point, they still got a disarming voice in their Skeletorch. I think I should have shielded my Poliwrath, and I could have won this game. And there you go. With a shield, our opponent won this. Damn, man, it was so close though. But GG's. And moving on to another battle, it's gonna be for Alligator, which is kind of good for us because we're resisting those Shadow Claws. And again, what I do here is I just go for the Feather Dance, right? So I should have gone to Feather Dance a lot earlier. A little misplay by me there. And let's just go for the... I was hoping them to shield, and they didn't shield. Damn. And before we reach to the move, they will reach to their Hydro Cannon. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna shield. I'm gonna invest a shield. So since I shielded now, I'm just gonna go the Feather Dance. I was hoping them to shield. Come on, this is Brave Bird. Please shield it. And they didn't shield. This is really, really bad. This was not supposed to be like this. Every matchup against Feraligatr, I win with my Pidgeot, and I could not throw my Feather Dance there. So kind of misplay by me there. And they come into the Poliwrath against my Poliwrath. So I now recognize that they're weak against counter user or a fighter at the back. So I just stay here with my Poliwrath against their Poliwrath. And they threw the Skull there. So I was like, already, okay, they might have something like Goslord, right? So they might have Goslord. So I just threw the Icy Wind, and I'm gonna tank whatever they were gonna throw at me here. And just come in with my Annihilate after this, and they had the Greninja, their Dark type. They were running triple water, so there's nothing that our opponent can do. And plus, I called their bait here, the Night Slash. They didn't throw the Hydro Cannon there. They got the boost, but it's not gonna matter much because I'm gonna shield this one and just counter them down, and they will not get to another move. So my opponent lost with 2 shields there. GG's. And that is it, guys. I hope you like this Ultra League content, and I think I'll bring the top Pokemons for the Ultra League just like I brought for the Great League. And if you like the content, then please leave like and comment and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And thank you so much, guys.